Hey, this is Kelly with RV Wholesalers. Today I'm going to do a walkthrough video on this Rockwood Geo Pro. This is a 16 BH. You can see here it has the single axle, nice little compact trailer, very lightweight, easy to pull, but it still does have all the bells and whistles, the nice construction of a Rockwood. You're going to see here it does have the power awning, the LED light strip underneath, outside speaker there. You're going to have a receptacle here on the outside, has the nice steps there to more stabilize the coach when you're walking up and down. It does have stabilizer jacks, one on each corner, so all the way around the coach. That way when you get in there, you're not going to get this rocking when we lower those jacks down. You're going to see a nice black PVC pipe right there. That's going to be for the sewer hose. Just pop that cap off, store the sewer hose in there. It's going to have a spot here for a table. Has a gas quick connect there for a grill. That just mounts right here. You're gonna have an outside mini fridge here, which is just gonna be 110, okay? So just a little dorm fridge there. Also, the awning is gonna have a tilt on it, so you can see how this little plastic or metal piece here just slides in, and you just tighten this up. If you wanna give the awning a little bit of pitch there, you can do that as well. As far as your stabilizer jacks, just gonna crank these down. Once they hit the ground, then to go about another full turn, half a turn maybe. All you're going to do is just firm up the coach with those. You're not going to level it from side to side. You're not going to change a tire with it, anything like that. This is just for stabilizing the coach, okay? Now it does have a spot here for a portable solar panel, which you can set out in the grass. Now this particular coach does actually have one installed on the roof, which is already there. It's already got a control panel on the inside, which is going to run your lights and things like that, charge your battery. Grills in here. The tabletop for the side of the trailer over there is right inside the storage compartment as well. Put this little jack handle in there. Now some people will want to put like a socket on a cordless drill to run those up and down a little bit faster. More than welcome to do that. It does have the frameless windows there. It is going to have the electric tongue jack on the front here. Run it up and down here. Has a little LED light on the front. Now the jack on the front is how you're going to level the coach front to rear, and then you're going to pull, either use those orange blocks or a piece of wood, put it underneath the tires, back up on it to level it side to side. That's how you're going to level it. So once it's level side to side, front to back, run your stabilizer jacks down, you're good to go. Two 20-pound propane bottles here. It has two batteries as well, 12-volt deep cycle batteries, which is going to be really nice with that solar panel if you're going to be doing any dry camping, what have you. You can see here you're going to have two 20-pound gas bottles here. What I recommend is actually running both propane tanks wide open. So if you open both of those up, then this is going to be an auto change of a regulator. Now you can see it's pointing to this tank first. When you have gas in the bottles, that will be green, okay? Now, say in the middle of the night, this tank over here runs out, okay? This aisle turned to red. You come out in the morning, you see it's red. You know this tank ran out in the middle of the night, but it automatically starts pulling from this tank. And what you'll do is take this knob right here, turn it over, and then point to this tank. You can close this tank off, pull it off, go get it filled up. So essentially you just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and just move this as they run out, okay? But if it does run out in the middle of the night, that is the nice thing with the auto change of a regulator. It's going to automatically pull from the other tank for you. LED light strip there, nice window up front. There's also the light here, switch for the lights up front. You can see that right on the side there. Again, the pass-through storage. Over here, this is going to be the exhaust to the furnace. So when you kick your furnace on, it automatically lights up for you. If you check on the inside, you might not feel like it's getting hot right away. If you're ever wondering if it's working, wave your hand close to that, and that'll be blowing hot air immediately, okay? Now, anytime you're gonna be running dry camping or camping in a place where they don't have water hookup, what you're gonna do is stick your garden hose in here, turn that on, let that run until it starts pouring water out. Then you know it's full. That's gonna be your freshwater tank, okay? Now, anytime you're running off your freshwater tank, that little valve right there on the left-hand side, that white valve, that's going to be the drain for your freshwater tank to empty it and close it. Now, anytime you're running off of your freshwater tank, you always want to make sure you use your 12-volt pump. It is an on-demand pump, so basically what that means is you don't have to run over and turn it off and turn it on every time you're using it. It is on demand, so when it needs pressure, it turns the pump on. When it feels that pressure's built, it'll shut the pump off, okay? Now, anytime you're hooked to city water, which I'll get to that here in just a second, you don't have to use your freshwater tank, and you don't have to use your water pump, okay? It's already pressurized the system. You have a sewer connection here, and they're labeled for you, so you can see this one's wastewater, and the one back here on this side is going to be the galley. So what you'll want to do is hook your sewer hose up to that, put the other end in the hole, and then you'll pull the valve to open it, push it in to close it, okay? So once your sewer hose is hooked up, put it in the hole, pull the valve, let that run out. Then what you're going to want to do is come over here to the black tank flush, hook a water hose up to this, let that run for about 15 seconds. What that's going to do is it's going to spray inside the tank. It's going to clean off all the debris off of the sensors, toilet paper, what have you. Shut that water off after about 15-20 seconds. Then shut the valve. You don't want to shut it before you turn the water off, or it'll come up through the toilet. Same way back here. Now this one you don't have to obviously use the flush, because that's just going to be your sinks and shower. Now the city water connection right here, if you do have water hookup at the site, run your garden hose, screw it right into here. You're going to have pressured water right to all your taps. You don't have to use your pump. You don't have to use the onboard tank. Now always make sure you use a water pressure regulator to reduce the PSI down to about 45. Outside shower is going to be hot and cold. This is your power cord here. Now it does have a little indicator light on the top, just so you can ensure that you're getting power from the post. If that light's on, you know you have power from the supply. Cable and satellite hookup here, labeled right at the top for you. Cables on the left, satellites on the right. This is going to be your water heater. It is gas electric DSI, so direct spark ignition. So you're going to see right down here, this is going to be your drain plug. First thing you're going to want to do when you're camping for the first time of the season, after it's been winterized, you're going to pull up this pressure release valve, so it's sticking straight out like that. What that's going to do is allow the air to release as the water's filling, okay? Once that starts pouring water out, shut that, then you can go ahead and run it on gas or electric. Both gas and electric switches are on the inside. Now there is a little on-off switch right down here at the bottom behind that piece of tape. That is for the electric side. So you have to have that on and the electric on the inside to run it on electric. More storage here in the back. It is prepped for a backup camera if you want to do that. Ladder here to get on the roof. It is a full walkable roof if you want to get up there and do maintenance. And then the solar panel is actually located right on the left-hand side on the rear. Go in here and check out the inside. All right, so you can see here you do have an AC. Obviously the temperature settings here. And if you want to turn it on low, you can do that. Or if you want to do the fan high and low, you can do that as well. Now the fan is just going to bring outside air in. The cool actually runs the air conditioner unit, okay? Then you can use this little lever here to kind of direct the air up or down. Because obviously this one is a back bunk model, so you can see that as well. So over here, there's a lot of controls over here. Wi-Fi Ranger, turn that on. Gives you the network, password, all that good stuff to pick up the signal. Stereo over here, so you can hook that up, Bluetooth, the whole 9 yards there. TV, you have a USB connector here. And then over here, you're gonna have your monitor panel, okay? So if you hold down the battery, since the solar panel is running, we'll show you that here in just a second, your battery's gonna be fully charged. Now your battery's gonna trickle charge anytime you're connected to power, obviously with your solar panel or to your tow vehicle. Freshwater tank's empty, black, which is your toilet, and gray, which is your sinks and your shower, okay? Interior lights, porch, and then the awning lights, okay? Now your water pump is right here, so if you're running off your freshwater tank, which is the first one I showed you, you'll just always leave this pump on. If the taps are off, the pump's not gonna be running. As soon as you go over and turn the faucet on, the pump automatically kicks on. Now if you're running off of city water, which is the last connection I showed you, you won't have to use your pump because it's already got pressurized water. Water heater on gas, water heater on electric. Now if you turn your water heater on gas, it tries to light 3 times. If it doesn't light, this DSI fault will come on. Shut it off, wait about 10 seconds, turn it back on. The awning is going to be right here. See if I can show you here. So you can see the awning there. if we extend it, you don't want to go any further. Once you start seeing the metal tube, that's when you stop. Now if it's a windy day and you only want to run it out 3 or 4 feet, you can do that as well. So you can kind of stop it wherever you would like, just don't overextend it, okay? And when you run it in, you'll run it all the way to the coach. You'll hear it kind of hit to the side of the coach, then you just let off the button and you're good to go, okay? So you can see it coming in there. I don't know if we'll be able to hear it on the microphone or not, but you'll be able to, and then you're good to go, okay? Then right here, you're gonna have the button for your slide out, and both of these do run off a 12 volt as well, so if you're not plugged in, you can still use your awning, things like that. Slide out, which is right behind you over there. Kitchen slide, hold that button in, comes in here. And again, you can kind of stop it wherever you would like. I always recommend when you're camping, either run it all the way out or all the way in. Now, if you need to come in, if you're at a rest area and you need to run it partial the way out to get to the back, no big deal, it's not gonna hurt anything. But over long periods of time, I recommend all the way in or all the way out. So we'll run it out here for you. All right, a couple more things over here. Obviously you got your TV. You're gonna have an LP detector, which is for propane right here. Then you're gonna have your breakers over here, 110. They're labeled right down here. And then your fuses, 12 volt, they're labeled right down here. Now you're also gonna have a fan right here, which you're gonna hear running. Most of the time you're running 12 volt. What that does, that's keeping your converter cool, which the converter, what that does is convert 110 down to 12 volt, because most of the things in this coach are going to run off of 12 volt. Okay, over here you have your refrigerator. So you can see here, power it on. If you go to auto, then you go to AC, I had it on gas. That will, so DC is going to be 12 volt, AC is 110, and then you have gas, okay? So you have 3 different options there. So if you want to run on auto and AC, what that's going to do is it's going to run off of the 110 power first. If it can't find 110, it's going to automatically switch to one of the others, okay? Then you can set the temperatures over here, and you're good to go. Now if you know you're going to be running down the road and you want to run it off your battery, just go ahead and switch it to the battery. That way you don't have to worry about anything, okay? Just shut it off there, push this in, open it up, freezer on top, fridge on the bottom. Shut that off there, and you're good to go. Now here in the front, you can see you have a nice big U-shaped dinette. You have storage up above. You're also gonna have a TV antenna here. This is gonna work kind of like in the olden days. Once you've rotate this until you find the signal. Once you find the signal, you're good to go. Has the nice shades here, vinyl shades here. You can see that. Emergency exit window. All you're gonna do is pull up on this little red tab, and you can shove the window out, grab this little red latch here, pull the screen right out. Night shade up in the front, day shade, however you want to call it. Right back here, you're going to have your 3-burner cooktop, glass cover, which just acts as a little bit more storage space here, countertop space, so you can use that. First thing you're going to want to do when you get into the camper, after it's been sitting for a while, you're going to come here to your stove, turn all 3 burners on high, take your lighter, light those up. Let those burn for about 15 to 20 seconds. What that's going to do is it's going to purge the gas lines, get all the air pockets out of the lines, so everything else functions properly on gas, whether it be your water heater, refrigerator, furnace, what have you. Anytime you're burning your stove, run your exhaust fan. Light there, you can see that. Stainless steel, 1 basin sink here, hot and cold. Microwave works just like the one at home will. Plenty of storage. Nice hardwood cabinets. Over here you're going to have your furnace, so all you're going to do is flip that over, furnace will kick on, you're good to go. Outlets going across, those are linked into a GFI receptacle, so if you notice an outlet's not working, make sure your GFI is not tripped. Now you're going to have your solar panel, the 30 amp power solar panel. You can see here where you're at as far as 13.5 volts, then you're going to be able to see, hey, is it 100%? Yes, 100%. It also has a USB charger as well. Okay. Bunks back here in the back. It does have the barreled roofs. As you can see, I'm 6'3", pretty tall. Still have plenty of head clearance there. Also here in the bathroom, you're going to have a shower over here with a skylight over the tub, so we don't even have any lights on here in the bathroom. Still pretty bright. with that. Now there's also going to be, so if we can flip the light on here, there's a little button in the center of the light if you want to shut those off manually. Also the fan here, just open the vent and then you can power that on right here. One has 4 speeds. Shut the fan off, so anytime you're taking a shower or anything like that, allow that to pull that air out. Does a pretty good job of keeping the coach cool as well. Now there is a GFI reset right here, so if you're plugging into an outlet somewhere else in the coach, they're all linked to this. If this is tripped, it'll kill the power on the coach. So it is winterized right now. We do have a little antifreeze in the toilet there to keep that black seal nice and pliable for you. It is a foot flush toilet, so I'm not going to flush it right now, but you push it partial the way down, it's going to release some water. You always want to leave about that much water in there just to keep the smell and that seal nice and pliable. Push it all the way down, it moves that over and flushes it down. Overall, very, very nice coach. Nice and compact, lightweight. You're going to see it does have plenty of room in here, even for a big guy. Plenty of storage. They do a very, very nice job as far as cabinetry, construction, things like that. So if you have any questions or anything, let us know. 877-877-4494. Thank you.